What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal?
Women are facing charges after boiling water was poured on a 2-year-old child. These are Tarisha Robinson and Devian Marquise Wheeler. According to an arrest affidavit, in late May or early June, Robinson had just given her son a bath when Wheeler, her boyfriend, came into the bathroom and poured a pot of boiling water onto the child. The affidavit adds Robinson did not take the boy to the hospital out of fear that Child Protective Services would take him. Instead, she tried to perform first aid on him at home. Both Wheeler and Robinson have been charged with injury to a child.
What's the deal? And today we got another crazy story, man, coming out of San Antonio, Texas, where a mother, Tarisha Robinson, 32, and her boyfriend, Devian Wheeler, 31, are charged with injury to a child after a series of assaults led to the boy being hospitalized with third-degree burns following a pasta water attack, according to an arrest affidavit. Doctors allegedly uncovered the medical evidence of domestic assaults after the boy was brought in, including a healing broken arm that required surgery. In addition to the burns on his head, neck, torso, and back, Robinson told cops that the boiling water attack happened in late May or early June, and that she was scared to report it after being threatened by Wheeler. She says that Wheeler told her, "No one is going to find out about this or you're going to lose your kids." So Robinson, due to that threat, she says that she never took her son to the hospital, nor did she report the abuse or Wheeler's pasta water attack. She claimed the reason why he caused the injury to the child was Wheeler did not get along with the child's biological father. Yeah, so this is clearly another episode of not everybody deserves children, and not everybody should be able to be around your children. And then we got another issue with these emotional men who clearly you're trying to be in this woman's life and stand in a position of protecting and the head of the household, for the most part. But then you got these traits that doesn't align with what a real man is or what a real man does, in my opinion, because ain't no way you having beef with that child's father should make you want to cause injury to that boy. In no circumstances. You just tender, you know what I mean? And of course, as always, they got a special place for people like this that rhymes with Yale but hottest, and he definitely needs a first flight trip down there. The mother, I get it. In most cases, women can be, in positions and relationships where, they're being abused or, scared, things like that. But me personally, when it comes down to children, I can't offer that excuse, because at the end of the day, when you are blessed to have children, you protect them with your life, even if that means he got to do something to you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got to protect him with your life, no matter what this man is talking about. Pack up in the middle of the night, leave, go call the authorities, whatever you got to do to get your son away from this. But, looking at her photo, it doesn't seem like, she might be that type of person, you can't judge a book by its cover, but that's just my opinion. And this is just speculation and, coming from a parent's perspective, They say this pattern of injury suggests that the liquid was poured from an elevated position, allowing the water to travel downward in a gravity-assisted flow. Wheeler's affidavit says Wheeler allegedly used the water that was being boiled to cook spaghetti. Robinson called officers to the couple's apartment in the 8800 block of Starcrest Drive on August 22nd to report an assault on her son by Wheeler and showed authorities some injuries he allegedly suffered. Police had been called to the residence in the past. Robinson said she heard her boy scream and then found him in a bathtub. He was very hot and had burn marks all over him. The affidavit says the mom used a first aid kit to treat the injuries. Police arrested Robinson and Wheeler last Thursday following an investigation. They are both being held at Bexar County Jail in lieu of $250,000 and $300,000 bail, respectively. The Express News reported they both face a charge of injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual with intent to cause seriously bodily injury or mental impairment. Yeah, man. When it come down to these relationships, you got to vet these people out before you allow them in to your children's safety net. Because first off, energy is a mug. You be surprised how the energy that somebody brings around your kid could change your child. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. More than likely, if they doing stuff like this, that little boy, that 2-year-old, he been had these feelings and things surrounding how he felt about that man. And then this man having an issue with his dad doesn't make an excuse. But as a father, I will say, if you got kids that you're no longer with the mother, as much as our egos and things like that, like we want to be able to put our foot down and these are my kids, this and that. If you know that this person potentially will be around your kids because they are in a relationship with the mother, sometimes you do more by saying less. You know what I mean? Engaging with somebody and that type of, I'm not going to engage with this man and feel comfortable with knowing that my child is over there sleeping at night and anything like that. You know what I mean? To where sometimes it's best to, if you got an issue with the boyfriend or whatever, man, go to court. Go get custody. It's other ways that we can handle this where it protects your freedom. It protects your children's safety. There's a bunch of different avenues you could take. Clearly, him and the dad probably had some words or beefing, maybe even threw hands at one point in time. But as a father, I'm not beefing with my baby mama boyfriend. Not when I know my kids is around this person. Because if you don't like me, why would I expect that you would treat my children as if they're your own? You know what I mean? And who knows if he's a father, has other children, but I hope that they don't make bail. I hope that they get the maximum sentence possible. I hope that child, can recover from his injuries and get the counseling that he needs to be able to live a full, fulfilling life. I don't think he need. I don't know any person that could allow somebody to do something to your child, and you could use I was in fear and this and that, and that's not a good enough excuse for me, bro. Like, as a parent, it's this thing that comes over you naturally, where you'll literally put your life on the line for your child. You know what I mean? To where there's no way that your son should be getting burned by hot boiling spaghetti water, and then what pushes you over the edge is hearing your son screaming because this dude done put him in some burning hot water. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Yeah, man. As always, man, protect the babies, bro. Protect the babies. Protect yourself. Protect your family. And as always, protect your peace. Peace. What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, what's the deal?